During this scene, the Duke is the one in control, taking the situation with class. Othello is being accused of stealing Desdemona by his father Brabantio, and this passage is about the Duke and the Senator talking about war. Then Brabantio enters the office and accuses Othello of witchcraft stealing his daughter, and then Othello has to defend himself in front of the audience. Yeah.
In this scene, I will be acting as the Duke. He's a figure of reason and authority, emphasizing his rational approaches to resolving the issues while also prioritizing Venice strategy's needs. He's calm, decisive, and focused, ensuring that decisions are made based on logic and necessity rather than personal emotion. To portray the Duke, I will act calm with authority over everybody, questioning everything that's happening, but making it fast because there is a war coming. Not worrying about the daughter, but about the war happening.
In this scene, I will be acting as Brabantio. My goal is to convince the Duke that Othello has witchcraft Desdemona, my daughter, and want Duke to arrest Othello. He's angry and emotional and feels betrayed by Desdemona and wants her to return home. I want to gain his pride and family honor back, and I will be using sign gestures and more things to act as Brabantio.
In this scene, I will be portraying Othello. My priority is to convince the Duke and Senators that my love for Desdemona is pure and real, and that Brabantio's accusations are misleading and fake. To convey how Othello is defending himself, I will make Othello appear as polite, using a confident tone to assert my claim. Speaking with utmost respect to be able to gain the Duke and the Senator, I will use hand gestures to explain how I'm a fighter and not a smooth talker. I will treat the Duke and Brabantio as if they were superior to me.
Why? What's the matter?
My daughter, oh my daughter.
Then?
Hey, to me, she's abused, stolen from me, corrupted by spells and medicines brought out of Mount Bang. For nature so proposed it to her, being not deficient blind or limb of sense witchcraft could not.
Or he be that, in this foul proceeding, has thus become your daughter of herself and you of her. The bloody book of love, you should yourself read it in the bitter letter after your own sense. Yeah, though your proper sons do in your action.
I thank your grace. Here is the man, the Moor, who now it seems your special mandate for the state affairs of Hitler brought.
We are very sorry for it. What can you say to this?
Nothing, but this is all.
Most pardon grave and reverencing yours, my very approved and good masters, that I have taken away his daughter. It is most true, I have made her. The head and front of my offending hath this extent, no more rude am I in my speaking, and this blessed with a soft piece of peace. For since these arms of mine had 7 years' peace, till now some 9 moons wasted, they have used their dearest actions in the tented field, and little of world great can I speak, more than pertence of feats and broil and battles, and therefore little show I grace my cousin speaking. Yet, by your gracious patience, I will round and vanish tale deliver, for what drugs, what magic, what witchcraft I'm being accused of. I won his daughter.
A maiden never bold, of spirit, so quiet, and that her motion blushed herself, and she, in spite of nature, of years, of country, credit, everything, to fall in love with something that she most feared to look at. It is a judgment, maimed and most imperfect, that will confess perfection, or would err against all rules of nature, and most be driven to find out practice of cunning hell. With this should be either for vouch, that again with some mistress of imperfection, powerful to her the blood, or with some dream conjured to this effect he wrought upon her.
To vouch, this is no proof. With a more wider and more overt task than these thin habits and poor livelihoods of modern seeming to go against him. But Othello, speak, Do you by indirect and forced action subdue and poison this young maiden's affection? Or came it by request? And such fair questions as such can you as so to so afford it?
I do beseech you, send the lady of the Saitari, and let her speak of me before her father. If you find a foul in her report, then I shall be guilty and pay thy sentence with my life.
Fetch Desdemona, hither!